Yeah, this is Tim Ward with Guard Digital Marketing. So I got this video coming to you as promised here. I have the homepage of the website pulled up. We'll take a look at it here in just a second. I wanted to start this video out on a Google search page here. Now, what I've typed in is roofing Chicago, Illinois. Now, this is what we consider to be a keyword, more specifically a buyer intent in this instance, meaning it's got a service attached to location. And being relevant, it's a service you provide within an area that you provide it, right? So you want to be able to get on the first page of Google for as many of these different keywords as possible, increase your overall exposure and leads that you can get to your company through either your Google business profile or through your website every single month. Now, I know you're over in Buffalo Grove, so north of Chicago here, of course, but that's going to be okay. All right. So let's go over a few things here real quick. First page is crucial because about 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this page when choosing a company. Okay. Now, the first way we're seeing a few companies rank on this first page is using this paid traffic through these Google guaranteed ads. Now, these are definitely a great option. If you don't have any organic traffic right now, or you're trying to build your ratings up so that you can rank on the first page organically, this is going to be a great option for you. It's going to get you leads, it's going to get you traffic. And the only downside is about 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these ads in the first place, but they are pay per click. So just because somebody sees them doesn't mean you're getting charged for them. And the conversion rates on these are actually pretty decent, normally about 30 to 40%. Okay. So definitely a great option if you're needing, customers right here, right now. Now, ranking organically is definitely going to be the best option long term. It's going to give you the greatest ROI, and you can do that through a Google Business Profile or through your actual website. Okay, now your Google Business Profile is really going to be able to help you out in Buffalo Grove and probably a 5 to 10 mile radius at the most around it. Okay, so with that being said, there's going to be a few things that you can do to help you out. I'm just going to use Roofing by Hernandez here and go through some of their stuff. You can see they have tons of pictures. That's what I would be doing on yours as well. Always make sure you're uploading pictures before and afters, during inspections, so on and so forth, finished product. And I'd be uploading pictures, especially geotagging them to the location that they were taken, as many of those as possible per week. You can see this bio section about the company. This should be filled out on yours, 750 characters to fill out. Your reviews as well. Make sure you're getting reviews from all your customers and then responding to all those reviews within here as well. Because what that is telling Google is, hey, we take pride in our work and what people have to say about it. And then you can fill out some of these questions and answers too. A couple other things that can help you out to rank, but I don't want to dive in too deep just on this video and basically bore you to death either. Now, the website also can rank anywhere outside of where your Google Business Profile can't, but also where your Google Business Profile can, okay? So Matthews Roofing, they are your top competitor when it comes to ranking their website here for Chicago roofing keywords. So I did pull up their website, but again, just because you're in Buffalo Grove, your website can rank for any of these other areas as you may please. Naperville, Aurora, Schaumburg, Chicago itself, Oak Lawn, so on and so forth. And you'd mostly want to target some of the ones with the higher volume within it. But again, that's where your website can help you out at, is anywhere your Google Business Profile cannot, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to your website. Right off the bat, me and you both know this is a dated website. It hasn't been, rebuilt or optimized for, it looks like, quite a while. All right, so that is definitely one thing I would look into, is getting a new website built out and, of course, optimized with the correct material and content within it, keywords, so on and so forth. Because if you have a website that isn't optimized to rank, you can't even rank it. Okay, it's it's like taking a totaled car that doesn't run anymore, throwing gas into it, and trying to get from point A to point B. It just doesn't work. Okay, so you got to build out the right car, and then you got to fill it with the right gas to get you from where you are to where you want to go. And I can tell you right now, this website is just not going to do it for you. And content is definitely going to be king when it comes to ranking a website, and that's what I'm going to take a look at here next. Okay, so you would want to figure out what your homepage would want to be about. Most likely, it's going to be your top service that you want to provide. So if it's roofing, and I'm going to use roofing just for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and say it's going to be roofing. And at that point, you would want to choose the location. So whether it's going to be where your office is located at or the top volume search area that you're going to service. So either Buffalo Grove or Chicago. Let's go ahead and use Chicago. So you want to target roofing in Chicago on your home page. Okay. And what you want to do at that point is look at your top competitor's homepage. What's the content they have on it? What's it about? How much of it do they have? Right. So we come through, they got two smaller sections here, a little bit of a larger section. So it looks like they may have 300 words of content, some about commercial roofing, a little bit about their location, some about the company, so on and so forth. Why I say this is Google is already ranking them. Google likes what they see when it comes to the content. So if you already have content that Google likes what they see, right, and we already know that type of content ranks, then there's a few other things that we can dive into. If you're not ranking, we can find out other sources as to why not. Okay. But if you keep checking all these things off and we know, okay, this is correct to rank, this is correct to rank, this is correct to rank, but we're not ranking, there's some other things that you can look at. Okay. Maybe this is why, or that's why. It's really easy to diagnose. Okay. Now, next thing I like to use this paid program called Ahrefs. It gives me this dashboard of numbers that I've thrown your website into and Matthews Roofing into as well. Okay. So right off the bat, these first two numbers are actually strength and trust ratings for your website. Okay. They're rated out of 100, but typically once you hit a benchmark of 30 and above, you're going to be considered a pretty powerful website at that point. Even with that being said, we can tell you have practically no strength or trust built out through Google yet. Now, that strength and trust comes from these backlinks, which is any clickable text or image linking one website to another. And those are all held within these different referring domains. Now, the referring domains are crucial because you want these to be authoritative, the ones that are holding your backlinks, meaning they already have high strength and trust ratings. So once you do acquire a backlink from them, it's going to help your ratings in return. Looks like you're indexing for about 20 keywords. You're definitely going to want a lot more content and keywords that you can actually be indexed for, bringing in just about 4 traffic, okay? And we can see Homepro Exteriors Inc. is where you're getting all your traffic from because you're on that first page, okay? So something to do with the company name, right? Even so, this is going to be considered a nationwide keyword search. And we can see all the other keywords you have within here are mostly about the different shingles that you guys install. So it's not really any buyer intent traffic that you would even be getting from these keywords either, okay? If we come over to Matthews Roofing, we can see their strength and trust right off the bat is getting close to that benchmark. So they've built out that trust with Google. They're indexing for quite a few keywords involving a blog. And at this point too, their website's been around for quite a while. They've also been ranking for quite a while. I know that as well. So at that point, Google starts to figure out what are some other keywords that isn't necessarily within their content, but is relevant and they should be ranking for because they're the best option. And Google goes ahead and ranks you for those keywords as well and indexes you for them. And we can see how much traffic they're bringing in, right? 1.7 thousand per month. And we can see diving into these keywords again where they're getting most of that traffic from. And you can see roofing Chicago, roofing company Chicago. These are people looking for a roofing company or a roofing service to be done for them in Chicago. And those are the people typing this in. So if you just take this first one, somebody's looking for roofing in Chicago, 300 people typically search that a month. And looks like Matthews is getting about 50% of that traffic most of the time. Now, what we can consider here is industry standard. 30% of the traffic that they're getting from a buyer intent keyword like this will end up turning into a lead for them, whether that's contacting them via phone or through that, a little contact form on the website. So we know right off the bat, they're going to be getting 100 plus leads per month just from being able to rank on the first page for a lot of these roofing in Chicago keywords. Okay. So there's where you can see how lucrative this can be to tackle this. You don't even have to do it in Chicago. You can, tailor your website more towards Buffalo Grove, and you'll still be getting traffic and leads from that too. Because definitely trying to rank within Chicago is going to take more money and more time and effort. Okay. Trying to rank in some of these smaller outlying areas of Chicago is going to be easier, may end up being more lucrative for you in the first go. Okay. So if you have any further questions or concerns, of course, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you any way I can. I try not to make these videos too long, so I may be leaving out some information for you. But other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon.